Hi guys, continuing on with 7.3, example 1, part G. So we're doing the cube root, simplifying this cube root. So if this is a cube root, I need to look for third powers I can factor out. Well, let's see, what's something that's a cube that goes into 40? Well, I know it is 8 times 5. So now the cube root of x to the cube is already a third power, so that's cool. Now y to the fifth, I'm going to break that down to be cube root of y cubed times cube root of y squared. Now z to the seventh, that's going to be the cube root of z to the sixth times the cube root of z. So now let me simplify all my perfect cubes first. Cube root of 8 is 2. Cube root of x cubed is x. Cube root of y cubed is y. Cube root of z to the sixth is z squared. And the part that will be left over in my cube roots are all the non-cubes. 5 y squared z. All right, let's look at h the same way. So the fourth root, and now I'm looking for fourth powers to factor out. So the largest fourth power that goes into 32 is 16. Let me do this in a different color. Fourth root of 16 times fourth root of 2. Now for the m, fourth powers, that would be the fourth root of m to the fourth times the fourth root of m. All right, now this is a fourth power, so I'm going to leave that the same. And this is a fourth power, so that doesn't need to be broken down either. They're fourth powers because they're multiples of 4. So let's simplify my perfect fourth roots. Fourth root of 16 is 2. Fourth root of m to the fourth is m. Fourth root of n to the eighth is n squared, and fourth root of q to the 20 is q to the fifth. And now don't forget, whatever's left over in your fourth root are your non-fourth powers, 2m. Okay, letter I, square root of 18, a to the 12th, b to the 3rd, c to the 9th, d to the 10th. Okay, I'm factoring out perfect squares because it's a square root. So that's 9 times 2. Okay, a to the 12th is its own perfect square, so I'm going to leave it. Now b to the 3rd, I'm going to factor out a b squared times b. C to the 9th, I'm going to factor out a c to the 8th times c. And then d to the 10th is a perfect square. So now let me simplify all my perfect squares. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of a to the 12th is a to the 6th. Square root of b squared is b. Square root of c to the 8th is c to the 4th. Square root of d to the 10th is d to the 5th. And all these non-perfect squares go in my square root, 2bc. All right, last one, part J. Now we're looking for fifth roots, so we need to factor out fifth powers. So the largest fifth power that goes into 64, fifth root, is 32 times 2. Fifth root of x to the fifth will cancel out. Y to the sixth, I'm going to break down to be y to the fifth times y, and then the largest fifth power that goes into z to the 11th is z to the 10th times z. So now let's simplify the perfect fifth roots. The fifth root of 32 is 2. The fifth root of x to the fifth is x. The fifth root of y to the fifth is y, and the fifth root of z to the 10th is z squared. Now all these non-fifth powers are left in your fifth root, 2yz. So we will practice simplifying nth roots tomorrow.